It's the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Find the streams on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. Spring, full swing, and I have the Master Gardeners, the University of Illinois Extension, in studio. That includes first-time guest Janet Chavarro. Great to have you here, Janet.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
It's great to have you here for the first time, and also Master Gardener and longtime member, the WTIM Morning Show member. I guess that's a way to say it. Gwen Podesky. Great to have you here, Gwen.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Great to have you here. So spring is in the air, and also you are ready for your plant sale coming up here in about a month or so. Remind me what your plant sale is and what it's for.
Well, to begin with, I'm not sure we're ready yet, but the plant sale is we can only have plant sales as Master Gardeners. University of Illinois only lets us do this once a year. So this is our chance to raise funds so that we can promote programming and other activities that we might do. We've bought tons of books for the help desk at the office. We've had, a few years back, we had a bus trip to St. Louis to the Missouri Botanical Garden. So we do, and various activities when we have speakers, if we need to pay them for programming or pay them for mileage or things, that gives us a chance to do that and get things. We've also gotten a lot of tools for our rain garden and pollinator garden at the office. So,
Fantastic.
so it's just difficult to remember when you're leaving the house at the crack of dawn and you're trying to figure out, do I need my clippers? Do I need this?
Right.
To have them all there is just usually a better plan. So,
Janet, how long have you been part of the Master Gardeners?
I've been a Master Gardener now for 8 years.
8 years. Wow. So you've been on the sale end of the plant sale as well for about 8 years as well. Have you been to the plant sale as just a visitor, someone who's not a Master Gardener? Maybe over 8 years ago.
I'm sure that I attended because I love planting things.
What stands out to you about the plant sale?
Well, it's a chance for we Master Gardeners. We do digs in our yards and to alleviate space for ourselves and then order to share with others. So, and it's a good way to buy plants that are not astronomically expensive. So,
right. And we know they grow here. If they didn't grow well enough for us to split them up, we wouldn't be splitting them. So, and I think I neglected to give you the dates and times. The important part of this, it is Saturday, May 6th. That will be the first Saturday of May. And it is from 9 a.m. until sold out that morning at the extension office at 1120 North Webster. So that is where we're going to be taking all these plants, setting them on tables, hopefully having them all labeled so people know when they get home. One of the things that frustrates me, Janet, about buying plants is when they don't give me the information I need to know to succeed with them. They're better than they used to be. Boy, when I was first gardening.
Yeah. And I'd assume
the information was sparse sometimes on plant. And they have gotten a lot better about that, but we do try to you'll find out the common name, help me out here, the botanical name, and then we do,
forgive me for interjecting, but is it the scientific name?
Yeah. The botanical name.
Oh, that's what the botanical name.
Right. And then we also do the where it grows best and what, how about the dimensions of it. So you don't, put a redwood tree in a petunia spot.
Yeah, redwood in central Illinois doesn't sound like it fits very well.
Oh, I don't know. I have a dawn redwood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a dawn redwood.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I'll have to go check it out sometime. It looks really. I love redwoods. I've been to the redwood forest before. Anyway,
it isn't that big.
It isn't that big. That's what the redwood I'm thinking in my head. It's a different type. Anyway, and remind you already said the date and time one more time just so we can drive it home. So
Saturday, May 6th, 9 a.m. until sold out. And it's at the extension office, which is 1120 North Webster Street, right by Taylorville Christian Church and Vision Way School. So that's kind of helps you. And the other side is Northside Veterinary Clinic.
And you're in great hands with the information. You don't have to worry about knowing how to plant and take care of that plant because you're purchasing it from the master gardeners who are right there selling you the plant, and you can ask any questions. Janet, what do you, I guess, what is the, kind of building off of what Gwen says, in your eyes, what do you feel is the advantage of purchasing a plant from the master gardeners?
Well, we're there. So if someone has a question on would this grow in the shade, or they'll come up and say, I need something for shade, and then we can direct them. Or I need something that grows in the sun, and we can direct them there. And then, if they have any questions, then we can help them out.
Well, and the nice thing is too, if they come up, because they're kind of honest with us. Oh, I'm a first time gardener and I really don't know what I'm doing, or I've tried this 3 times and it's failed every time, and so we can kind of tease a little information out of them as to about their failures and their successes, and see what's going on there, so
and
help them out.
Again, you're in good hands. Then you have the help desk. Once you buy your plant, then the help desk is available for you this spring. It's not open yet, though, right, Gwen? Coming up soon?
It starts the first
May the
Thursday of May 5th. Thank
May
you, dear.
5th. Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, wait a minute. May 4th.
May 4th.
according
Okay,
to
the
this
day before.
calendar, unless I'm crazy. But it's 9 to 11 at the extension office, and they can either bring their samples in. We like to have them bring them in a Ziploc bag. Once if they've got a plant that they want to identify, or they've got a problem on a plant, once it's dried up and crusty, they all look the same. So try to get them in there. And if you can't get them in there right away, plastic Ziploc bag, and then either refrigerate it, close it up, and that, or they can call at 217-287-7246.
As airtight as possible in that plastic bag, and as soon as possible, preferably.
Yeah.
Weekly, right? Every Thursday?
Every Thursday through, what is it?
Through September.
I was going to say September or October. Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, and there are a number of us that do the help desk. We are actually the only help desk in the unit.
Oh, wow.
So we do get some questions from Macoupin and Montgomery and Jersey counties occasionally.
And they'll also bring in insects. That's
what I was going to ask. On top of just taking care of your plant, what other kinds of questions can you answer? And you mentioned insects. Janet, could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, they'll bring in insects and want us to, what is this? And so then we have to do a little bit of research to see what it is that they're bringing in, and then they'll tell us where they found that or what it's doing, or they'll bring, I have this weed and I don't know what it is. I need to get rid of it. And what do I do with this? And so we try to help them out that way too. So
yeah, and the advantage is we generally try to stick pretty closely to the university recommended things, pest management, money. What is this and how do I kill it? And I'm like, sometimes we just have to say, we don't necessarily have to kill it. It may be beneficial. It may be a pollinator. There are insects and there are insects. So, but anyway, those kinds of things. And we've done, critter control. A lot of people want to know about what to do with moles and voles and rabbits and deer and those kind of characters. So
really quick, what is your best, I don't know, let's say deer deterrent advice for someone, or maybe rabbits or rodent or critter?
Well,
the first thing I think of is like a fence around, just keep it out.
Yeah. When I worked for the State Historical Society, there was a community garden behind the building I worked in that was for University of Illinois Springfield, and they had a pretty enormous fence. I mean, it was 25 feet up, and I even think there might have been a top on it. Probably not, but it was big. It was like, there were no deer going to get in there unless somebody dropped them in with a helicopter.
As for the ones that can burrow underneath that fence, I have nothing for you. There could be some other suggestions.
Yeah.
And deer they will eat tulips, but they don't like daffodils. They don't like hyacinths because of the smell.
Interesting.
So they'll leave them alone. But they'll munch on anything right now because the crops aren't up yet and everything. So they like to do that. But
Right.
there's also deer repellent you can buy, but then you have to be you have to have a schedule to make sure that you keep doing that, because after it rains and it's going to go away.
Well, and I know Karen Cherry's another of our master gardeners, and she's had luck with putting peanut butter on foil on an electric fence around her place, and that doesn't kill them, it shocks them, but
scares them enough.
I've heard some things about hanging bars of, is it Irish Spring soap in the trees. That's and funny. Things like that. And there's all kinds of enormous, my son lives in northern Illinois up by the Lake County Forest Preserve. All of the arborvitae look like they've been trimmed with a little waistline, because that you can tell how high the deer can reach, and the whole line looks the same.
These are all some tips that you can learn when you call the extension help desk for the master gardeners. One more time, Gwen, the information on how you can contact the help desk.
Yes, they can go to go.illinois.edu/CJMM or call at 217-287-7246.
Okay. And that opens up first week of May from 9 to 11 every Thursday. And that is Master Gardener Gwen Podesky. She's here with Master Gardener Janet Chavarro here on the WTIM Morning Show. More from them after this short time out right here on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM. Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I have the Master Gardeners in studio, University of Illinois Extension. That's Janet Javaro and Master Gardener Gwen Podesky, who is ready to tell you a little bit about the best time to plant. But first, we talked a lot about the help desk and how the Master Gardeners are able to help you at home, the listener, with your plants. Another way that you can receive a little bit of help is with the farmers market. And every so often you can find the Master Gardeners on the farmers market. When's that happening, Gwen?
I think it starts April 29th.
Okay.
And we've got a big orange tent that says University of Illinois Extension. And we're just there to answer questions and promote gardening. I believe it starts April 29th, and we're going to be there twice a month through the summer months, through then May, June, July, and August.
Okay.
So that folks can come in. And
so every other week kind of thing?
Kind of an every other week thing. It tends to go with the first and third, but the May one is mixed up because our plant sale's the first week.
Gotcha.
So it tends to be, well, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. It's the second, looks like the second and fourth Saturdays. From 9 to noon, right, at the farmers market here in Taylorville.
Right. And the 29th is we'll call it the tentative, even though it's tentatively official.
I think so. I think Mike Haiti, another Master Gardener, manages that for us. So he's been in contact with the powers that be at the farmers market.
That you recommend them bringing to you if they just any sample or question?
Again, the samples, same thing applies. Yeah. And usually, well, I don't know about you, Janet, but when I work at the farmers market tent, I try to take something out of the garden or do something. Sometimes Mike brings blueberries.
Yes,
or
those
other
are
fruit.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And we also have brochures and things for landscaping or anything that you would like to take. It's no cost.
You have a lot of really informational brochures too. One of these things that you've handed me and I've graciously taken a picture of is the When Should I Plant chart. And
At go.illinois.edu/CJMM and find the place under horticulture where you can register for the Master Gardener classes, and then you'll be interviewed, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
But that deadline, they hold to that. So make sure
Okay.
that if you're wanting to join, to get in before or May 22nd.
You got it. That is Master Gardener Janet Chavarro along with Master Gardener Gwen Podesky. Thank you both so much.
thank you.